Welcome to After Dark with Shawn Cornelius. I'm your host, the romantic funny man, Shawn Cornelius, and definitely want to thank you for tuning in tonight. Got another fantastic guest. Going to communicate, going to educate you, going to entertain you, and all kind of other wonderful things. But before I get that started, I want to say good evening to my right, my left hand. What's going on, DDC and Smoke back there getting ready to do some work. So to make this show nice and smooth. And all of you out there that are watching on whatever platform you're watching on, whether it be BronxNet TV, DH1, or social media, thank you so much. Or if you're listening on a podcast level, I appreciate that as well. So it's been a wonderful day. I had a wonderful day. I was looking forward to tonight so much. And I'll tell you why. This has been a wonderful by the time this show airs, we'll have a new president sworn in. So it's such a peaceful thing to say. I'm not going to get political. Don't worry about it, TV stations. But it's just a peaceful frame of mind. So I hope everybody is doing well. And by the time this airs, we're all happy. All right. But it's going to be good tonight because I have on the show, first of all, a friend. That's first and foremost. A friend that of the true meaning of friend. But I love her for her business sense, her warmth, her caring, her wonderful personality, and she's just a talented individual. So let me start by saying this: she is an author, but hold on, not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 6 times, 8 times. 8 times over a published author. She's a talk show host. She has her own talk show that I have been blessed to be on not once, not twice, not 5 times. I think it's about 8 times now. Taboo Talk. It's 8 times. She's shaking her head in the back. Oh, my goodness. And she's a pastor. So she's always bringing the good word. And I got to tell you, sometimes she hits me up with a text and it's right on time. And I know some of you can understand that when you're going through certain things and someone gives you a phone call or a text message, and the text message is always on time. And it's always something beautiful. Her spirit is positive, and she's also very well educated. Very well educated. We'll let her talk about her education. And she's also has dealt with some things in her life that she is now helping other people deal with. And we'll get into that. So we are 3 minutes into the show. So it's time for me to stop Google Gaga over my guest and bring her in. Very, 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 very happy and pleased and humbled to have her on the show. Please welcome Lady Charmaine Day.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me, Shawn.
Oh, thank you for doing this. You know, you've done it so much for me. This is one time, not the first and the last, but I had to have you on. Had to have you on in the new year. This is
Thank
awesome.
you.
How are you doing? Thank you for doing it. How are you doing today?
I'm blessed and highly favored because I'm with Shawn Cornelius, the romantic funny man.
Okay, all right. I'll take it. I'll take it. So I mean, I was telling the truth. I was telling the folks the truth. You know, we've known each other for a long time.
Very long time.
The French founded in a friendship or business ship, as we would say as well. You've helped me so much. I forgot to mention, but I'm going to mention it now. Well versed in web design, app making. You've helped me on my business level with those kind of things. So it's just really great now to be able to sit here with you. So this is going to be regular, relaxed conversation. But you know, let's get to some of the little personal things so the folks that don't know you can get to know you, my supporters. Let them know where you're from.
I'm
And
from
we'll get started.
Roosevelt, Long Island, originally. I grew up in Roosevelt, Long Island, home of Eddie Murphy, Public Enemy, Howard Stern, Dr. J, and my family. And now I'm living in the Bronx. I've been here since 1994, and I'm loving it because the Bronx is where it's happening.
That's fantastic. I used to live in Hempstead. Long Island. So I'm familiar with right next door with Dr. J and Eddie Murphy and all those folks you said. So you've moved over to the Bronx, and like I said earlier, you've done so much. Let's start with your books because your books will tell everything basically about you that we're going to discuss. You know, kind of like a quick speed date type thing, speed conversation on some stuff. you've done the book thing, so you have 8 books. Please tell them about some of the books. When did you feel like you had that a story to tell? You want to write books?
Well, I felt like I had a story to tell all along because so many different things have happened to me. I was like, am I Charlie Brown with a black cloud over my head or something? Because everything negative was going on. And at the same time, I said, I can help somebody not go through what I went through if I tell my story. So if I share my story, I can help somebody else out. And hopefully they'll learn from my mistakes and do it right.
Right, and that's one of the things that you say. You want to help people excel in life.
Yeah.
You want them to, whether it's by not doing the same things you've done as far as the errors, but that's your whole being to help.
Yes.
And was that something that you initially did before you started making the errors, that you were just as helpful? Because I know that Lady Charmaine did, that's very helpful. I know the one who wants to look out and always take care of folks. Is that your spirit, your energy since little?
Yes, it's been been believing in Jesus Christ since I was a little girl and wanting to help other people be the best that they can be is something I have wanted to do since I was a little girl. Matter of fact, when I was 5 years old, I said, I'm going to one day be on TV. I said, when I was 5 years old, I said, I'm going to write a book and I'm going to be on TV. That's my goal. And those two things have happened.
Yeah, well, you're definitely on TV now.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not the first to put you there on the platform, but you're on TV at this point, and I'm really blessed to have you a part of this, because we talk a lot, and we've talked about things over the years about what we're trying to do or want to do in our careers. And
Yes.
I'm a hustler by blood, and you've been a part of a lot of that. But you also mentioned about your foundation of spirituality, religion, and you've been a pastor since 2008, 2008, if
Yes.
I'm correct.
2008. Yes.
Okay, now it's not just, I know there's an online ministry of an online, is that what started in 2008?
Yes. In 2008, I started an online ministry called Unlimited Help Online Ministry. At the time, nobody was doing online ministry. I was first to come out with all of my services being through my website, my app, and social media because I wanted to come right to where the people were at. I wasn't saying that you need to come and see me on Sunday and let me preach and talk to you and talk down to you. No, I
Right,
said I want to
right.
be with you where you're at, helping you, guiding you, and giving you information that's right on time, right where you are. So that's why I said online ministry. I didn't never did brick and mortar. I wanted to be in people's pocketbooks and hand. So you could get my app, Lady Charmaine Day app, and my ministry would be right there, all on your phone, right where you are.
Yeah, and she's telling you the truth, because she's even gets on me sometimes and calls me and like, yo, your website updated, yo, your app, Shawn, and it's not even a big message. It's like your website, your app, we promotes, but your online ministry, what I understand, 35,000
Yes, 35 plus thousand
plus
people.
thousand people, and this,
Yes.
like, when do you go online? There's not a specific day. Is what days do you go on to do your thing?
I'm online 24/7, 365. I'm the pastor that's right there with the people where they are. There's not a particular time I'm online. I'm online all the time. Being there, giving people a word of wisdom in season when they could use it. So you'll see me get online at 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. and I'll say, hello, beautiful. How are you today? This is what you need to know.
Yeah, that is your welcome. That is your greeting. Hello,
Yeah.
beautiful. So you make me feel beautiful sometimes when I'm not even feeling beautiful myself.
Well, that's the goal. If someone takes the time out to say you're beautiful, you should acknowledge that you are. You're God's child.
Yes,
You're
always beautiful.
precious.
Always beautiful, but it's always a help when someone boosts that energy in you, because you
That's
have a
right.
very dynamic and inspirational and uplifting spirit and energy. And I was saying before we came on, I was telling Denise, and tell you the smile. It's just that energy. That light behind you or next to you is not lighting that room. That is your personality. That is your energy. That is that way
Thank-
all the time. Yeah, yeah. So you do. There's a reason I'm going backwards because I want to get to the books at the second half of this half hour. Um,
okay.
Taboo Talk. I remember when Taboo Talk was in your living room.
Hello.
I was in your living room, and I was a guest on Taboo Talk, and you back in your living room, and now you've expanded it, and it's grown to social media platform.
Yes.
Right. So,
Yes.
what was the inspiration for Taboo Talk?
The inspiration was I was saying that there's so many things that people want to say, but they feel like they can't say because they're a Christian. Like I'm horny, or I want to express myself in a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said I wanted a show where people could come in, they could say whatever they wanted to say, however they wanted to say it, without any judgment or any negative feedback, but positive reinforcement of who they are. So Taboo Talk is just that. Whatever you want to say is welcome on my show. I don't I don't discriminate.
Right, and that's the beautiful thing because I remember one time you wanted me to come on, and I was trying to be the proper, the gentleman, and you're like, "No, I want you to talk." I mean, Christians we have intimacies and relations, and you need to say it, Sean. I'm like, "Yeah, but hold on, you're the wrong person to tell it. Just say it." But no, that's the beautiful. Excuse me, the beautiful thing about your show. It was very
Yeah.
welcoming, very warm, no judgment-free zone, fun. As many times as I've been able to sit down and do it, it's just been that way. So congratulations on that, moving it to several platforms and doing everything you've been doing with it. That's great.
I started off as a cable show, and I went to radio for several years, and now I'm strictly online on YouTube, my website, and app.
Right, right. Okay, cool. So yeah, and you've been so you didn't really get your degree in some of this stuff. Like
No.
you went to Cornell and you got
Yes.
your bachelor's degree, and then you went to Columbia and got your master's degree, but it wasn't like in obviously social media.
No, I got my bachelor's in industrial and labor relations, and I got my master's in organizational psychology from Columbia University. And no, it was preparing me to be a consultant. So it did help me. It does help me with what I'm doing now, because
Right.
basically I am a consultant to people, but on spirituality.
Right, right. Well, no, that's wonderful to get what you got and you be able to use it and not feel like, because it's never a waste to get a degree, but some people go, well, I'm not working in my field, so it's a waste. No, you got knowledge, you got wisdom, you got education. So that's never a waste. You have to just figure out how to turn it into something,
That's
you know?
right. And actually, when I first started, I called myself a Christian consultant because I felt like I was just being a consultant to Christians.
Mm,
And then I said, no, that's confusing people. They don't know what a Christian consultant is. That doesn't exist.
right.
So why don't you go with what people know? And then I became a pastor, and people are like, oh, okay, that's what you're trying to say, spirituality.
Right, right. And you've already dropped some jewels so far on the show. But Lady Charmaine, let me ask you, what would you tell folks? Because we know the type of world we live in. A lot of people are afraid to be themselves. A lot of people are afraid to just, they act certain ways around certain people or, so it's one way with this group, one way with that group, instead of just being who you are. What other deeper advice would you give people that don't know how to do that?
Well, what I would say to that person is first, you got to love and like yourself, and you have to appreciate yourself. So if you love and like you, you're going to bring your authentic self to every situation. But if you don't love and like yourself, you're going to be fake, phony, and all over the place. So it's important to love and like yourself and to bring the true, authentic, genuine you to every situation because people want you. They want you. They want who you are to show up and be a part of whatever's going on. And if you come in bringing some fake phony person, they're like, who is that? You're not real. And you'll notice a lot of people will push themselves away from you because people don't like fake phony people.
Right.
They like genuine, authentic people. And the way to get in touch with that is to first say, who am I? Do I love and like myself? Do I treat myself well? Do I represent who I am in every situation? Those are the things that's important.
Yeah, yeah, because a lot of times if you hear folks say and they talk, they say, well, that person sent their representative. That's not the real person. That's not them, you know. So hear her loud and clear, you know, be who you are. You'd be surprised. You'd really be surprised at how far you can go when you just first of all believing in yourself,
It's
loving
true.
loving who you are so that you can believe in yourself, and then seeing how other people might just be like, wow, you know, you'll help other folks out. That's a beautiful, wonderful thing. That's awesome. That's awesome. So now you said that the things that you did growing up that you would want people not to do. Um, what's one of those things that you did that you kind of talk to folks about trying to avoid in life?
One of the things that I would recommend to people is if they're going through something to bring the authorities in or go and get help. I'm a survivor of rape as a child by my stepfather, and I never reported him to anyone. And so I wanted to get my story out so people would not make that same mistake. Now, people who molest or rape young children can go to jail even after years have passed
Right.
and they didn't
Right.
report it. So report the crime so the people can do the time.
Right. Correct. And you we can jump into it now. You've written 8 books, published author 8 times. And I know that you deal with a health scenario that you wrote about in one of your books. You want
Yeah.
to talk to the folks about that?
Yes. When I was 26 years old, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. And so I wrote a book called One Step from Insanity, Actual Words from the Psych Ward, about my time in the psych ward and how it was like dealing with bipolar and getting that diagnosis and mental illness. What did that mean for me? I defined myself by my smarts, my intelligence. So when my intelligence was brought into question, I thought because I was bipolar, I'm like, oh no, I'm this doesn't even I can't even comprehend it.
Right,
I
right,
denied it for the first 5 years, and then I came into acceptance. And once I came into acceptance, I could write about it, I could talk about it, I could advocate for it, I could go out to people and say, you know what, having a mental illness is not a death sentence.
right,
Actually, it helped me focus in on being mentally well and
right,
making sure that I have peace of mind and good information to help myself always be in the right frame of mind. You know what? Peace of mind is priceless. And so, all this time since I've been diagnosed, I've been working on how to have peace of mind, how to have sanity, how to have wellness. And I am an advocate at NAMI, the National Alliance of Mental Illness. I'm a trainer and a teacher, and I also do my story several times a year at different locations, showing people that you can have a mental illness. However, you can still be very successful and
right,
you can accomplish whatever you set out in life. It doesn't have to stop you, it can help you if you let it.
right. Very nice, very good. What was the name of that book again, please?
One Step from Insanity, Actual Words from the Psych Ward.
One Step from Insanity. Okay, cool. And let's talk about give us another book and another situation that you wrote about.
Okay. I wrote my life story from 0 to 35 in a book called Size 7.5, Walk a Mile in My Shoes. And that book was used to tell people about what I had been through. From 0 to 5, my father was both physically and mentally abusive towards me. Then my mother married my stepfather and he raped me from 5 to 9. I was bullied in school. I I was very smart, so I was my class president, homecoming queen, yearbook editor, public announcer,
Hmm.
and I also graduated number 3 in my class. And I talk about all the emotions and the feelings of going through all that home abuse and still publicly being positive. Like
Right.
you would never know I was going through anything at home. I never brought that with me. And that's what I'm saying. You can make lemonade out of lemons if you want to.
Yeah, no, just I mean, just sitting here hearing it. But I know you as a person, so it's not surprising what you're saying to me because I see how you live your life and how you communicate through your shows and the guests that you have on your shows, and just continue to have a positive mentality about everything, which is very important because it starts within. It
It
starts
does.
within. You know,
It
if you
does.
can do that with all of the things like you're saying, overcome them. Don't let them cripple you. Obviously you're not going to know at certain points. Then you grow, you mature, and then you use it. But just know that you can do it. Basically, you can be a survivor, and then like you said, you go back and you help other folks.
Yeah.
So let's grab book number 3. We'll give me another one.
Teach Simple, which is from 35 to 40. It talks about what happens once all that negativity happened.
hmm
What was the positive ending? And it talks about how I turned my life around, how I became a pastor, how I got married, and I found the love of my life, and I'm happy.
it's so cool because when you started talking about, you smile all the time, but when you said the love of your life, your smile just got like the screen. It won't even fit the whole smile because that's a wonderful feeling. We'll get into the love thing and all that stuff in a little bit, but you can't be but inspired by hearing you, because you're living your life. You had these trials and tribulations, and that's why I'm glad that you're able to come on because there might be somebody out there watching tonight that's going through something and they just don't know how to do it. There might be somebody that's watching wherever the show airs, on these platforms, and it's gonna hit somebody.
Mhm.
Something you're saying is gonna grab, and it's a great energy. Okay, book number 4. Give me number 4.
Book
What's
number 4. Book
yeah.
number 4. Trinkets Wisdom for Everyday Living. Then I got into wisdom because I said, what did I learn from all of this? And I prayed to God for wisdom, knowledge, and guidance so that I can help other people be survivors and overcomers and achievers.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I'm gonna do you like you do me when you're on the side. Okay, next one, Sean. Next one, Lady Charmaine. Number 5. Book number 5.
Okay, number 5, Zero Mathematics, the Science of Today. While I talked about how this world wants you to give everything to them, but give you nothing, and how that makes you feel like nothing after a while. But that's not what we're meant to be. We're meant to feel special and precious because we were made by God. So, Zero Mathematics breaks down the science of today, how people want everything for nothing and something for nothing. And that's not how it is supposed to be. You're supposed to give and receive.
Right, right. That's cool. No, so zero mathematics. Just kind of give me the understanding of zero mathematics. Like, so there's no what was the because I feel like there's a deeper meaning behind the title, or there's extra to it. So
Yes, what zero mathematics means is that people want you to do something for nothing, and they try to make you feel like nothing.
right,
Zero.
got you.
And that's the science of today because basically, if you look at how people act, everybody acts like, oh, so and so is supposed to do for me because I said so. No, that's not how it is. You're supposed to ask somebody for help, and if they choose to help you, okay. But if they choose not to, that's their right too. People are not people are not here just to be used and abused.
Right, right. Okay. Moving on. Book number 6.
Mm, mind fucc, mind fuck. Can I say
Well, you did.
that?
You was good at it. No, you're fine. I might have to bleep that, but it's all good.
Oh,
Explain.
sorry,
No,
but
it's fine. Explain the book.
it's a book I wrote with Brooklyn Mike about how the people in the story in the Bible tell some stories that make you go, what? When you really think about some of the stories in the Bible, they make you go, And then when you start thinking about it, they were doing some funny stuff up in the Bible.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we took a look at it and we said, this is funny. And this makes you go,
Right.
And the premise is that if I'm a pastor and I commit to having mental illness and being a survivor, and Brooklyn Mike is a comedian who's been around the whole world, and we're both saying we have a way of looking at the Bible that's different, and we want you to understand it. And so that's what Mind FUCC is all about.
Yeah, and Brooklyn Mike is a very talented comedian and a New York legend, a Shaw University man, and he does travel around, and he does Christian comedy at
Yes.
times when he's not doing club comedy and traveling the circuit. So I love his Christian comedy, his comedy based on Christianity and everything else. Good deal.
And he brings all of that to the book, and it's so good.
Yes. Number 7.
Number 7. Lady Day's Pearls of Wisdom.
That it's upside down. That sounds familiar. The Pearls of Wisdom.
Yes. Lady Day's Pearls of Wisdom. That's my book about how to have peace of mind, healthy lifestyle, personal growth, happiness, love and romance, all in one book.
Yes. Now I'm familiar with that because I've been on your show several times with the Romantic Funny Man's Pearls of Wisdom about comedy, romance, relationships, and they've been fun. So everything that we're talking about now, just to tell people around them, they can go to ladycharmaineday.com, correct?
Yes.
And you'll find
ladycharmaineday.com.
You'll find everything that we're discussing from the shows to all of your stuff, right? And they can even archive shows, Taboo Talk, right?
Archive shows of the Taboo Talk radio show is there, and the current show, Taboo Talk virtual show, is there as well.
Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, we're doing this thing. The time is great because we're going to take a break in a few minutes, but we're on book number 8.
Book number 8 is my last book that I just wrote. It's called Cyber Hustle. And it's all about how to have an online business and also have a healthy lifestyle and how to run your life and how to run your business.
And if you could tell somebody one important thing about business, Lady Charmaine, what would you tell them? What advice? Just one thing that would probably carry them through, even though we know there's more things to it. But what's like one of the pearls that can help someone survive business?
One of the pearls I say in Cyber Hustle is to give champagne and caviar service to build your business with the end in mind. So if you think you're going to be a Fortune 500 company, you should start off as a Fortune 500 level. So you should always come high class, high octane, bring the best of you to the beginning, and you'll have it all the way through to the end.
Right. Don't if you think small, you're going to be small.
Right. But if you think big,
right.
And if you build big, if you build with the end in mind, then you'll always have good material and good content and good things to help people with.
Yeah, and that's what's so important, because when you do start a business, some folks like, all right, I'll get there, I'll build my mentality to no, because why would you that's kind of like going backwards. You know, there's nothing. Let's plant the seed. You gotta buy the seed first. When you buy the seed, right, you get the little pot to put it in, and you get your dirt, you put it, there's an order. But in your mind, you know what the end result when you plant this flower.
It's going to be a flower.
It's going to be a beautiful flower. So why not start there and manipulate it, mature it as it is, a beautiful flower already.
It's true. So, for example, if you know that you're going to be doing business online and you're going to have a website, then do you build the best website that you can, or do you build something that's crumpy and it looks stupid? No, you build the best that you can so that you can have the best opportunity to sell to people and to represent yourself as the best.
Right, and that's exactly what a perfect way to end this first half. Perfect way to we right on time. We doing this thing. It's professional. We're pros. So we're gonna take a break right now,
Okay.
right? And we're gonna come back, and you're gonna put you in the love zone.
All right.
Gonna put you on the love seat and see what you got going on.
See, huh?
Some pearls of wisdom. What did you learn from Shawn Cornelius with his 21 pearls of romance, wisdom? So as long as you stick around, we'll be right back. We'll take a quick break. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more After Dark with Shawn Cornelius with my very special guest, my friend Lady Charmaine Day. Stay put.
I'm Terrence Weatherspoon reporting live for the No News Network. Since you Facebook reporters stole all the reports in the news, I'm waiting on my check from Donald Trump. Going to Hawaii. Make sure you got my address, not my mom and them address. This is Terrence Weatherspoon reporting live for the No Network News.
All right. We're back. We're back.
That was great.
Welcome back. One of the big shout outs to my man, Said the Entertainer, for that. Thank you so much for supporting. And we're back now inside the second half here with Lady Charmaine Day. And we're going to put, hey, Charmaine, Lady Day.
Yes.
I'm a magician too. I didn't tell you about that though.
What?
Yeah, got to stay. Watch. I'm going to do a little trick for you. Say abracadabra.
Abracadabra.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
We're in the love zone. You are now on the love seat in the love zone, and we're gonna warm it up a little bit and find out. So you know how we do. If you've seen the show, all I do is ask a few questions of my guests and see exactly what their opinions are on love, romance, relationships. And I think you're gonna be perfect for this. I think you're gonna be one of the first guests that might just breeze right on through this. So I gotta think on some of these questions. But I'm gonna start off with the regular one. All right, here we go. What is your definition of love and why is it important to you?
My definition of love is when you give unconditionally of yourself to someone else in terms of expression, time, caring, and compassion.
Okay, and why is that important? Why would that be important to you?
It's important to have unconditional love because you want someone to love you for who and what you are and to spoil you and treat you with respect. So you're getting unconditional love. You're getting someone who accepts you for who you are, however you come to them at any point in time, and they're loving you, whatever you bring to them. That's unconditional. And I like that. And I think it's important to have unconditional love. Now, I've had regular love where it's been conditional and it's been poor and I've been unhappy. And
Right.
I've had unconditional love, which is what I have now, and I'm very happy.
Good. And God bless that. All right. What is your definition of romance and why is that important to you?
My definition of romance is to remember to do those little important things that mean a lot and to think out of the box, to give your spouse, your significant other, your boyfriend, your girlfriend time, attention. It could be just holding their hand, could be romantic. It could be going for a walk, but spending quality time with that person with good intentions and spoiling them is what I think romance is. And that's very important because if you don't have someone giving you romance and they're just giving nothing to you, then how are you growing? How are you developing in your relationship? How are you becoming a better person? You're not.
Right. Very good. Very nice. And saying that, how romantic is Lady Charmaine Day? How romantic are you on a scale of 1 to 10? Where would you put yourself?
I put myself at 1,000. I'm very romantic. I'm a Pisces. Hello, I'm very romantic.
You know what? It looked like you was waiting for me to finish so you could throw that 1,000 out there. Right. Hurry up with the questions, Shawn. I got my 1,000. Okay, so tell us something that you can tell us and share with us that would make you 1,000. Give us an example of something Lady Charmaine did that would put her at 1,000.
Okay. Ooh, that you caught me there now,
I was
Sean.
getting ready to say that's that dead air. Oh, here we
Yes. Okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
I would say what has put me at 1,000 is that I do the little things that matter the most, and I listen. So a romantic thing that I did was I kept a book of my husband's that he gave to me when we were dating. And I said to every man who came in my life afterwards, this book represents love. This man loved me. And if he loved me, someone else will love me just the same way as he will. And I want God to send me a man to love me the way Warren did. And God sent me Warren.
That's that's cool. That's good. That will put you at 1,000. I'll take that one. That's
Thank
Can you tell me 3 things that attract you to a man? What are your 3 things? Not your 3 things, but 3 things that attract you to a man.
3 things that attract me to a man. 1, his personality. 2, his spirit. 3, his heart.
Nice. Okay. So you know there's another side of this, right? The other side. What are 3 things that don't attract, that are not attractive, that just turn you off about men?
Someone who's egotistical, someone who's selfish, and someone who's not nice to other people turns me off.
Oh, very good. Yeah. Hey, outside of Warren, right? If you can have a dinner, just and romance doesn't mean anything else except it could be an energy, but a nice energy dinner with anybody. Who would you have dinner with, whether they're here or they're gone?
Well, you took away my answer. The only person I really would want to have a romantic dinner with.
And I can't do that. I'm sorry, I can't do that because I have to keep a minute. Yes, so you can say
It would be boring.
It would be Warren. Beautiful. You twisted my arm to me to say Warren.
Thank you.
That's good. That's all right. That's all right. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, so we know that respect, loyalty, no, let's say respect, honesty, and trust are essential to a relationship. We know that, along with love and romance. But tonight, I'm going to allow you to take one of those out of respect, honesty, and trust, and your relationship will still survive. Which one are you going to get rid of?
Respect, honesty, and trust. And you want to get rid of one?
Respect, honesty, and trust. You can take one away tonight and still have a successful relationship.
Honesty.
Okay. All right. No reason why? You want to tell the reason why? Some people do. Some people don't. Okay. Let me have your reason why.
The reason why is because you can still have a healthy relationship even though you're lying to someone or not being truthful. But you can't have a relationship if you don't have respect and respect and what was the other one?
Trust.
Trust. If you don't trust the person and you don't respect the person, there's not a relationship. But someone can lie to you to your face and still give you respect and trust.
Now let me play devil's advocate. If someone is lying to you, and this is just for the answer you gave, would that show a lack of respect for you if they're lying to you? And
not if they're doing it to help you, to save you. For example, your partner may not tell you the truth about something going on with you, like, honey, you gained a lot of weight and you look horrible. Or they would say, honey, I love you. You look good.
right, because you women throw that tricky question at baby, do I look fat? And we just, baby, I love you. No matter what size you are. So he's not really lying. He's just not,
he's not telling the truth.
I feel you. I get you. All right, here we go. Fantasy. You're walking down the street and you kick a bottle out your way. Out of the bottle comes Shawn, the romantic funny man Cornelius, genie. Shawn, the romantic funny genie, is a low budget genie. He only has one wish for you.
Okay.
Not three. What do you wish for? And it has to involve love.
I would wish for me and my husband to live a long life.
And that's pretty simple. Your genie could do that.
Thank you.
Your genie could do that. Lady Charmaine Day, give me the 5 most beautiful things to you about the world. What are 5 beautiful things about the world to you?
Mm. The sky is beautiful and it makes me feel happy. That's beautiful about the world. The sun shining on us every single day, along with the moon being there at night. Those are 2 things that make me happy about this world. Um, People make me happy because at heart, I believe everyone is a precious child of God and good. And so people make me happy. And a 5th thing would be animals. Having a pet makes you happy. And I have a dog named Porky Poo, and I love it so much.
I met Porky Poo. Yeah, so I know you love your doggy. It's cool. Okay. All right. You know how well, you're married and you've been married and you're enjoying your relationship and your marriage, but for some people, especially younger folks, they're having difficulty dating and finding someone. What advice first would you give young women about dating today?
The advice I would give young women today: first, loving like you. It starts with you. You can't be in love with someone else if you don't even love yourself. Because what are you giving out? Life, affection, but not love. So first, loving like you. Then second, get yourself about busy establishing your life package. I didn't wait around for Warren to show up. No, I went about my business. I took care of my job, traveling, my hobbies. I had I had a vision for my life. Make sure that you have a vision for your life independent of a man or woman, that you are happy with yourself. And if you're happy with yourself and you have a package, a life package that's together, then you are a welcome asset to anybody. And then you're attractive. And then you become an asset to someone, and you want someone to want you for all the things that you bring to the party. And that's what I would recommend to people today.
Well, that was good advice for the women. Now, think about men. Think about the mentality of young men today and give them some advice about dating women.
For young men, I would say the same thing. It's important to love and like yourself. If you don't love and like yourself, then what are you giving out? I keep saying that, but it's so important. Second, have a life package too. A woman should not only have a life package, a man should have a life package. So have yourself together. Have a job, have a hobby, have interest, have a vision for your life. All those things are important so that you can come to the party together and you're offering something. So then you're an asset to any woman, and any woman will find you attractive. When you got a job, when you are having a vision for your life, when you have hobbies, when you travel, when you've done things, then you know what you want. And you can look for the woman who's going to meet you halfway.
Mm. Okay, I hope you young men are listening. You young women are listening, because that's very good advice. Very good advice. Again, it's all about self, inner self first, because you tend to find when folks are not happy with you or not happy, they're really not happy with themselves sometimes. It's something that they're lacking, something that they're missing, and especially nowadays with all the cyber bullying and the internet stuff. And we had that stuff when we were growing up.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We had that when we were young. So the only thing that makes it different is it's so accessible on the internet. It's so accessible because they have it on their phones and things on that level. But we were bullied, and I remember being taught, because I was a dark skinned young man, little lad. And back there in the 70s growing up, and it wasn't, when dark skin wasn't in, my mother sat me down and said, listen, you're beautiful.
You are
You're
beautiful.
beautiful. All of my sisters are different shades. Everyone is beautiful. And we just have to believe that. It's hard sometimes. So I took what I take away from your messages from folks is, again, it's you. Be about you, have you, and you'll be able to have everybody else and deal with everybody else. That's what I mean. So
Yes.
you just taught me something. There's a pearl. There's another pearl. Start another book, Charmaine. Start another book, Lady Charmaine. What is one thing that you appreciate about marriage? You're experiencing it because there are people who are, I was married. I'm never getting married again. Yeah, you're messing yourself up because you're cutting yourself off from something possibly beautiful. What's one thing that you appreciate about your marriage?
Well, I was married 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
This is my second marriage. And so what I appreciate about this marriage is the mutual respect and love, the unconditional love, and having that support from someone who really knows me and understands me and loves me for who I am and accepts me for who I am. That's really important.
Yeah, yeah. Again, like you said, this is second time. And again, if you cut yourself off, not believing that you won't find someone who's going to appreciate you more than when it didn't work in your first one, or your second one, or third one, you're kind of cutting yourself short. So, that's cool. Again, and I'm smiling because I know you guys. I know Warren, and he's a lovely dude. He's a beautiful guy. He's a good guy to me as far as how inspirational he continues to support me. So I know it's a wonderful thing. I see you guys riding your bikes together. You be out there with them helmets, and I'm like, look at them go. And that's beautiful. That's a
Yeah.
wonderful thing. All right. Okay, cool. Now, what's one thing that, because we know there are things, there are good and there's not so good.
Mhm.
Um, if you could fix this in everybody's relationship, what's one thing you would fix in everybody's? I know that you may, well, how am I supposed to know Sean, what's going on? But it's a general thing
Mhm.
that people are generally not cool with. What would you fix if you could fix anything so that people will be happy throughout their relationship?
Communication. The communication that you have with your partner is really important. And if your communication is off, if you're not communicating well, if you're not speaking from the heart, then that's a problem. And that's a problem in a relationship. So it's really important to have open, honest communication that's direct and is fair, and there's no hitting underneath the belt. There's just loving and liking in communication with your partner.
Cool, cool. Now I want you to do me a favor.
Okay.
We're having such a wonderful time. Usually, I wait till at the very end of the show for my folks to give a positive message after we play the game. But I want to play the game last so that we can ride on out and have a good time with you. So
Okay.
could you do me a favor and give the folks? This would probably be your final message of the show, as we sign off. But give it to them now. Take a couple of minutes and just because I want you to, because I know you always have such positive things and you're full of positive things. So please give them a positive life message.
A life message I would give to you is that you can overcome anything. That no matter how bad things may seem, things will get better. You have to continue to believe in God and trust that God sees you, has you in the palm of his hands, and is going to work it out so that everything you want will come to pass. You just have to have faith and believe that what you want will happen in the time frame that will happen because you are a child of God. And I want this message to come through. You are precious. You are special. You are important and you are beautiful because you're a child of God. So just believe and have faith that God will see you through whatever it is you're going through. In my darkest days, I never lost faith in God. I kept saying, God, please help me out. God, please save me. God, please bring me through this. And I know I will make it to the other side. And he did. And now I'm here, and I'm here to say that God will make a way out of no way for you.
Did you just have church in here? I
No.
was going to pass the collection plate. I swear, I had some water here, but it done dried up. With that message. You just had church. That's why I love you. That's why, because again, you just, I don't even need to say nothing else after that. Or nothing else after that. We're going to have a little bit fun now before we close the show out. I usually close out the show or the love seat section with a game called Favorites. So I'm just going to throw some things out and you give me your favorite. You ready?
Okay.
We'll have some fun with it. What's your favorite food?
Favorite food? Hamburgers.
Okay, hamburgers. Yeah. Your favorite song of all time?
Shanti's Got a Man at Home.
Yeah, I remember that because you used to ask me for that every night on the comment when I used to do my music on Facebook. Yep.
Yes, I request that.
You like that one and Reasons?
Yes.
Reasons by Earth, Wind, and Fire. Fantastic. Okay. Favorite movie of all time?
Whoa, The Wiz.
Right. Okay. Because see, I was even going to trip myself up and go the play or the movie. As I said, the movie. It's The Wiz. Okay, cool. Good one. Favorite book? Now, this is going to be one that's a little different because I'm sure you've read a lot of books. Your favorite book of all time?
Think and Grow Rich.
Okay. Okay, cool. See, I knew these were going to be kind of easy for you. I knew these were going to be easy. Favorite vacation spot?
Aruba.
Okay. Your favorite TV show?
Favorite TV show? This show. I don't really watch TV.
You know what? Listen, I like this show too.
Yes.
That just got you another trip back on the show.
Hey, thank you.
Very wise choice, Lady Charmaine. All right. Who is your favorite pastor that you like to watch, whether it be on television or just, the messages that they preach?
Brett Price.
Price. Okay, cool. Let me see. I'm going to create some different ones for you. Let's see. This would be, favorite state. State, S-T-A-T-E.
New York.
New York. If you could go anywhere that you haven't gone yet, where would be your favorite place to go that you haven't visited that you want to go?
Africa, Egypt.
Good. Favorite mode of transportation?
Car.
You look confused for a second.
Because I like bicycles too.
I know you be riding. That's what I said. Okay, now the bike is right behind you up there on the wall. Is that your bike or Warren's bike up there?
That's my bike.
Your bike up on the wall. Okay, cool. Favorite scent, incense, smell, or candle scent? Favorite scent
is MAC Turquoise. Turquoise.
Turquoise.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. Does that come in candle or is it an incense?
No, it's a perfume.
It's a perfume scent. Okay. All right. Cool. Favorite non-alcoholic beverage?
Apple juice.
Favorite food that you can cook, that you know how to cook well?
Blackened teriyaki salmon.
I never got none of that. You ain't never bring none of that over to me. I didn't mean to put your business out there. We live that close. Yeah, you can bring a plate of vegetables with that salmon. No,
hey, now I'll bring some over.
Now, you have a pet, you have a dog, but is that your favorite? What favorite is your favorite animal? Because you did mention animals are beautiful to you, one of your 5 things. What specifically, what's your favorite, what type of, not who's your favorite animal? What's your favorite animal?
I would have to say cats. I like cats, but my dog, Porky Poo, I love Porky Poo.
Where's Porky Poo? Hopefully he's not listening.
She's right here.
She's right there playing it. You're going to have a little conversation with Porky Poo after that.
Yeah, the cats, I know.
All right. You lived in Roosevelt. You lived in the Bronx. You say you love the Bronx, but do you have a favorite borough outside of the two? What's your favorite borough in New York?
Oh, my favorite borough is the Bronx, baby. Bronx, boogie down Bronx all the way.
Okay. You got a little swag with you, too.
That's right, a lot of people.
Fantastic. Good deal. Favorite all-time singer, solo artist, whether it be male or female?
El DeBarge.
Yeah, you used to ask for DeBarge songs as well on the show. Okay, and so would DeBarge be your favorite group if I said favorite group? Because you remember you asked for several different songs.
Yeah, they would be.
DeBarge would be your favorite group. What is it about DeBarge that you love so much?
I love that they came up in a time where the Jacksons were really hot, and it was so hard for them to break through, but their music was so good. And I love that they kept on being that other family, big family out there.
Yes, yes. Okay, let's see if I can get one more. Let me see, I got to do a good one. Oh, I know I could ask you this one. Favorite time of the day for lovemaking? Wait, before you even answer, wait, you said the one, the laugh was the thing, because you sound like a dirty old man with that laugh. That's how dirty old Okay, I didn't know women got that laugh like that, so I get it. So you said the morning?
The morning.
Okay, good. And with that, Lady Charmaine Day, I love you. Thank you so much. You are now off the love seat. So let's go and say abracadabra again.
Abracadabra.
There you go.
Woo.
You can cool down a little bit. Listen, thank you so much for doing this. I had so much fun. I was looking forward to it, and it turned out to be just like I thought and expected. So thank you. Continued blessings to you and everything you do. You know, we'll continue to communicate. And anytime you want to come back on, when you get that ninth book, come on back on here and communicate. And we'll do this thing all over again. So I appreciate you. Tell Warren again. I said I love you guys to death. Thank you for all the support that you continue to give me.
Thank you, Shawn. This was a pleasure. It was an honor. Thank you. Thank you so much. I had a great time on this show, and you're a phenomenal host.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you guys out there that are watching on social media. And again, those that are supporting on BronxNet and DH1 TV and the podcast on Spotify. I appreciate you all. And as I always say in parting, please go with God in your heart. Have a peace of mind. Have a wonderful, wonderful tomorrow. And you know something's going on out there. Please take care of yourselves. Cover yourselves up. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. Social distance and do the best you can. So from Lula Mae and Cornelius's baby boy, I'm the romantic funny man, Shawn Cornelius, saying God bless you. Thank you so much. And I'll catch you around the corner on the next episode of After Dark with Shawn Cornelius. Love you, Lady Charmaine. Peace out.
Love you, Shawn.